stuff, whatever that she does. Okay, so, and I assume that she prepares adequately because, you know, I mean, my God, she sits in a chair and she's got adrenaline, like, you know, like Wile E. Coyote, you know, so some of it I don't think she's actually doing well. We'll get to the bad stuff. Bad. I'm sorry, Faye. We all have none of us are flawless. Okay, so this movie really reads like a good movie of the week. MOWs is what we used to call them. They were every week shows with a celebrity, well done, kind of like a movie, and that was like the thing of the week, hence movie of the week. Movie, like, ooh, movie, like in length. This woman's performance is 150% unsympathetic. There are no nuances. You just don't like her from the beginning to the end for whatever reason. And we'll get to, she's just completely unsympathetic. None of us, of course, overarchingly speaking, are completely unsympathetic. Number one, it doesn't happen that way. And number two, that is the most boring performance that you can possibly give. Even The Godfather has sympathy. I mean, you know, we may not want to feel sympathy for these people, these characters, but you gotta. No one, you become a mannequin. If you're 110% unsympathetic and that's what you present about your character, you're off. Okay, I talked about there's no color. Let's get to the spontaneity next, but there's no colors. Okay, even if she did approach this pragmatically as being completely unsympathetic, there's no colors, there's no vulnerability in her unsympathy. I mean, if you're going to make it 100% unsympathetic, you're making it twice as hard on yourself. There's no nuances to rest, there's no pit stops to think or feel. So you can't do that. You have to bring color to the scene and to your performance, but you can't be calculated. So that's again another gray area. Touching on, are we at the bad stuff yet? Yeah. One of the sinkholes of that, what I was just talking about, that you know, like fake feeling of preparedness, is line reading, about being calculated with color. Don't give line readings. If you want to say, I want to make this scene more colorful, get yourself in a more colorful headspace. Look at the colorful picture that you drew of that character. Don't give line readings. It's a dead giveaway. You're dead in the water. The minute you read a line that you've either been told to read a certain way or you've decided premeditatively that you're going to be surprised at that moment or look down in shame at that moment, or God forbid, say those words like a something in that moment, that is a line reading. You have just chopped yourself off at the knees. You can't give line readings, and line readings are obvious. You can't say, well, they're not going to know this is not a line, that this is a line reading. Yes, we will. They scream out from your performance. Indicating, oh my God, with this, before I get to anything, indicating, Faye, stop it. We don't need to see, or, I mean, first of all, what's with the cross eyes at the end of the hangar scene with the Bon Ami being, you know, the bathroom, cleaning the bathroom? What is with the cross eyes and looking off to the side? Well, I really want to know, why did you do that? What even were you indicating? Like, indicating is bad to begin with. Then I'm going like, did she step on a nail? I mean, I don't know. Don't indicate. Don't try to get anything across. Don't try to convey anything. You're jumping in the deep end, kids. You know, you can either swim or you can't. Okay, final on Ms. Faye's performance, and I'll try to leave it there. She is so self-aware in this film, it robs the whole film of any acting. Read, speaking of acting, Tanya Alda's book called MOMMIE, DEAREST, Diaries, if you really want dishy dish on exactly what went down. Again, Robin Hood, listen to me, naming my own show. MOMMIE, DEAREST, Diaries. She wrote a BTW on that movie. pretty interesting. I'm not going there though. So with this, oh my God, 200% self-aware. She knows, I mean, okay, Crawford knew, she was doing noir films. She knew how to be lit. Yes, the Crawford lining is always one beam of light across her eyes and cheeks. But, you know, it was a different era. There were different people doing that, working. There were different pressures. There was a different aesthetic. This is just, Lee Harmon, you better have gotten my lashes right. And hey, you lady with the lighting, you know, you're dog meat if you don't get me just on off to the left corner, whatever. That's not a performance. You know, this is not an editorial. And it actually kind of reads like if you took you know, like Vogue editorial and, I don't know, made it into like a Saturday Night Review Reader's Digest about Joan Crawford. I don't know. I don't know. Again, I worship at the temple, but you know, some of this movie just, you know, when I focus on her performance, which I try not to, unless I want to laugh, I'm shitting green peaches. I mean, I don't. It's like makes my skin crawl when I think about it in terms of real acting. Why? Because it was a horrific performance, and it's the reason why that's a camp movie. It's not a camp script. It wasn't directed camp. It is you, Faye. You. It's your fault. Anne Bancroft didn't get it, didn't want it. Sigourney Weaver dodged a bullet. And in conclusion, just generally speaking about Faye and her performances, she lacks all comedic ability. You point to me where she's been funny in anything. She tried her hand at a sitcom once. Oh my God, my butt quivered. It was really not funny, guys. And then in hindsight, preparing for this, like what, doing more dishes, she just can't do comedy. There's nothing funny about her. There's no affectation I find amusing. I'm sorry, Faye. I love you. Despite Mommy Dearest. And thank you for that horrible performance, because it's my comfort food. And for a lot of y'all. Okay, thank you for putting up with me. I don't deserve you, and I don't really say this shit at the end just to sound nice. I really don't. I look forward to this, and I enjoy your company. Your 4 people in my loft here that are, I don't know how many billions, especially Sal, now that it's dubbed in your own language, which excites the hell out of me. Anyway, I'll let you go. It's time to let you go. I'm going way over with these shows. I'll clip it if it's too long, as usual. And in the meantime, be good. Be good to yourself and those around you. It's probably for the ending of some really horrid variety show, but bye.